first modern Olympic Games were held in Athens, Greece in 1896. The second Olympic Games were held in Paris, France in 1900, the third in St. Louis, United States in 1904, the fourth in London, England in 1908, the fifth in Stockholm, Sweden in 1912. The sixth were planned for Berlin in 1916, but were cancelled because of the war. The seventh Olympic Games were held in Antwerp, Belgium in 1920. The eighth in 1924, again in Paris. The ninth in Amsterdam, the Netherlands in 1928. The 10th in Los Angeles, United States in 1932. And the 11th were held in Berlin in 1936. The 12th were to have been held in 1940, but were again cancelled because of the war, as were the 13th of 1944. The 14th Olympic Games were held in 1948, once more in London, but Japan was excluded. The 15th Olympic Games were held in Helsinki, Finland in 1952. The 16th in Melbourne, Australia in 1956. The 17th in Rome, Italy in 1960. And now, in 1964, the 18th in Tokyo, Japan. On the 21st of August 1964, the sacred flame kindled at Olympia left for Japan. The sacred flame was carried by many runners around the Aegean Sea, across the Syrian desert and the Iranian plateau, and through southeastern Asia. On September the 20th, the sacred flame reached Hiroshima. A large group of young American athletes arrives at Tokyo International Airport. One after another, delegations from different countries arrive at the airport. Never before have so many foreigners been gathered in Japan. The Russian delegation arrives in a specially chartered plane. Czechoslovakia, Italy, Germany, Bulgaria.
How do you feel about participating in the Olympic Games for the first time?
Finally, the sacred flame arrives here in Tokyo.
October the 10th, 1964, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and the moment has finally arrived, the moment we have been waiting for here in Tokyo. Greece, the first nation to ever hold Olympic competition. Coming onto the playing field now, on this beautiful sunshiny day in Tokyo with upwards to 83,000 people jam-packed here at National Stadium. Colorful contrast with the green infield and the brown clay and cinder track. First time they've been represented in Olympic competition, makes their appearance here dressed in their native costumes of the Cameroons. Only 2 competitors, but a nation that could be well heard of in the future. The Congo, another 2 competitive nation. Here's France coming onto the floor of the stadium, dressed in blue blazers, gray slacks, and white accessories, red scarves for the staff members.
Diese Kulisse an, herrliches Bild. Ja, schau da rüber, diese Lacke durch die Menschen. Tolle Olympia.
A unified German team, East and West Germany, unified for the 1964 Games. The first time that Germany has done this in Olympic competition, showing the friendship in sports that is prevalent in Olympic years. African nation of Ghana, dressed in their native costumes here in this colorful opening ceremony for the 18th World Olympiad. And Great Britain is here in Tokyo for 1964, a proud nation and a proud team. In 1968, 4 years from now, the Games will be hosted by Mexico City. It's Mexico in Tokyo, and this is the Mexican team making its appearance now. From the vastness of Mongolia, here are the athletes of Mongolia on the floor of the National Stadium. nation from Africa, Niger, the first appearance of Olympic competition for this nation. United States of America marching onto the field now. This is the second largest contingent of athletes and officials present in Tokyo for the 64 games. Old Glory waves in the breeze at National Stadium as the U.S. team precedes that of the Soviet Union. Here's the picture at National Stadium as the United States and the Soviet Union joining hands for the Olympic Games. A very inspiring sight, ladies and gentlemen, here this afternoon. And you would have to be here actually to see it, to really understand the friendship that is prevailing between East and West. South Vietnam, well represented in the 64 games. The host nation, Japan, the last of 94 countries, represented here this afternoon. This is the team of Japan, a great representative of their happy nation, Japan, who has worked so hard, so very, very hard, to get ready for this, the opening day of the Games.
本日より15日間にわたり開催されることになりましたことは誠に喜ばしい限りであります。
The Olympic movement incorporated 118 national Olympic committees has now bridged every ocean, and the Olympic Games at last are here in the Orient, proving that they belong to the entire world. Kai Kai Sengen O Teno Heikani Onegai Moshi Agemasu
第18回近代オリンピアードを祝い、ここにオリンピック党大会の開会を宣言します。
真のスポーツマン精神を持って大会に参加することを誓います。選手代表小野隆。
At the starting line, the tenseness of the runners shows in the expressions on their faces. A very, very tense moment and a very long moment for the athletes.
100 meter final 4 men. Lane 1, number 702, Hayes, USA. Lane 2, number 196, Schumann, Germany. Lane 3, number 80, Figueroa, Cuba. Lane 4, number 366, Polu, Ivory Coast. Lane 5, number 56, Jerome, Canada. Lane 6, number 493, Maniac, Poland. Lane 7, number 33, Robertson, Bahama. Lane 8, number 704, Pender, USA.
stride now. He's really moving along. It could be, it may be a new Olympic record. It could be a new world record. Bob Hayes ahead. Figueroa is pushing him very, very closely. Figueroa of Cuba. Bob Hayes for the United States on his way to a new world record. Another gold medal for the United States in the men's 100 meters. There's Bob Hayes. Finish line. Bob Hayes going up. Bob Hayes has just won the men's 100 meters final, and we think it's about 10 seconds flat, which would be a tie of the existing world record, and of course, a new Olympic record. Bob Hayes wins the men's 100 meters final in Tokyo.
Hayes, USA, time 10 seconds flat. This ties the existing world's record and is a new Olympic record.
These men have been competing at the pole vault for 7 hours, ladies and gentlemen. 7 hours of competition, unprecedented. This fight to the finish between Fred Hansen of the United States and Reinhardt of Germany. If Hansen fails, he'll finish 4th overall. If Reinhardt fails, he'll win nevertheless. Fred Hansen on his first try at 5 meters, 10 centimeters. There's Reinhardt, 5 meters, 10 centimeters, his first attempt, and he misses. Fred Hansen ready to begin his second attempt at this mark. 5 meters, 10 centimeters. There's the run. The plant and the vault. And he hits the vault. There's Reinhardt of Germany. There's the vault. And he hits the floor with his elbow, it seemed. Just about 10 p.m. right now, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very dark. There's no wind, but it's quite chilly. 19 degrees centigrade, the temperature. And now, it's Fred Hansen's third attempt. These two athletes have 3 attempts at clearing the 5 meter, 10 centimeter mark. This is the final try, the final one for Fred Hansen. A great human challenge. Reinhardt of Germany. A very tense man right now. A very difficult task.
Reinhardt hit the bar, and that gives Fred Hansen of the United States the gold medal. Fred Hansen wins the gold medal for the United States in the pole vault event. 5 meters, 10 centimeters the mark. 5 meters, 10 centimeters, a new Olympic record. A new record for Fred Hansen and the United States. Fred Hansen, a young medical student from Rice University in Texas, wins the pole vault event here in Tokyo. In second place, it's Reinhardt.
Final result of the pole vault. Third, number 737, Hansen, USA. Height, 5 meters, 10. A new Olympic record.
This is the 800 meters for women running in the outside lane. Anne Packer of England. Next to her, Chamberlain of New Zealand. In lane 6, next to her is Smith, also of Great Britain. Inside her is a very pretty little girl, Eric, wearing the red vest of the USSR. Lane 4 is Kraan of the Netherlands. Lane 3, Gleichfeld of Germany. Lane 2, from France, in the blue vest of France, is Dupoureur. And on the inside lane is Szabo, petite little Szabo of Hungary. There's the gun, they're off to a good start, and as they run this first section in lanes, it looks as though Dupoureur of France in the inside lane, or Chamberlain of New Zealand may be slightly in the lead. They're braking now for the inside, and as they brake for the inside, it's Szabo of Hungary that takes up the running. Szabo of Hungary going into the lead now as they brake on the second bend for the inside. And behind Szabo is Dupoureur of France, and then the German girl, Gleichfeld, and I can't quite see who that is. It looks like Kraan of the Netherlands battling it out. It's Gleichfeld takes over number 3, behind Szabo of Hungary, Dupoureur of France, and the German girl Gleichfeld behind it. These 3 now going round the far bend, and Chamberlain of New Zealand coming up on the outside now to take up the running there with these 3. All in a bunch, running very easily, these girls. Nothing very startling about the time at this stage of the race. Here comes Packer. Packer coming down on the outside. Packer driving from home off the ground of the last bend there. Packer. Packer coming up now into second place. He's challenging Dupoureur. She's blasting Dupoureur. He's going into the lead. It's Packer all the way. Packer drives to home down the final straight here. Packer of Great Britain. Dupoureur of France in second place. And behind that, Chamberlain of New Zealand in third place. And Packer, they're absolutely overcome with emotion. Going over now there to a bunch of British athletes. It must be, it is Robbie Bright, the English captain. Her fiancé, she embraces him. Never mind.
There's another one. Got him. Run. He's sprinting. Right over there. I think all the boys run back. Hey, this is the first one to get it. No, the second one. You got a brother ready. No, I think you got third there. That was second.
I thought we got so.
I think there was a lot of ground.
Mrs. Mary Bignell-Rand finished second in the pentathlon to win a silver medal to add to the gold she won on the first day of the athletics by winning the long jump with a new world record of 6.76 meters. (18.86 meters). (20.20 meters), a new Olympic record. (20.33 meters), a new Olympic record. The weight of the women's shot is 4 kilograms, about half that used by the men. (17.45 meters), a new Olympic record. (17.61 meters), a new Olympic record. 16.14 meters, a new Olympic record by the Rome gold medal winner.
They're off. It looks like Czechoslovakia's Josef Thomas has got the lead right at the moment. He's wearing number 85. He's about 50 meters. The group is about 50 meters away from the starting line right now. The world record time is 28 minutes, 15 and 6/10 seconds, set in 1963 by Australia's Ron Clark. About 150 meters have passed beneath the feet of these runners. Nolan Botany from the Soviet Union have the lead. They're passing the 300-meter mark during the end of the first lap of 25 laps around the track here at National Stadium for a total of 10,000 meters on this 400-meter track. Russia's Brotonev is leading the pack. The Russian Brotonev is in first place right now, but Britons know the United States runners are right behind. All runners are pacing themselves easily this early in the 10,000-meter event. Now they're lapping the runners right now, and they're lapping Ceylon's Karunananda of Ceylon, wearing number 67. They've just passed him. Ron Clark has the lead, we believe. Rather difficult to tell from this distance. Ceylon's Karunananda running easily, but unfortunately in last place. He's just been lapped. Ron Clark has the lead. Billy Mills of the United States is in there, a man no one expects to win this particular event. But of Japan, running hard, running well. Billy Mills has the lead. He's followed by Ron Clark in second place. It's Billy Mills of the United States and Ron Clark. And there's Mama Wolde of Ethiopia moving up into third position. Billy Mills is back and forth. Mama Wolde in second position now, and he's passing Ron Clark. It's Mama Wolde of Ethiopia.
A por fallo.
Of Australia in second place, Gamoudi of Tunisia in third. It's Billy Mills and Ron Clark. Billy Mills and Ron Clark. Both runners running very hard, lapping the other runners right now. Ron Clark of Australia has moved in, and there goes Gamoudi of Tunisia. He's just elbowed his way through the pack. Gamoudi of Tunisia has the lead. Australia in second place, Billy Mills of the United States in third. All runners running hard. They're really pouring on the steam right now. Gamoudi of Tunisia has the lead. Ron Clark of Australia, the world record holder, in second place. Ron Clark moving up. Ron Clark is moving up. Billy Mills is moving up. It looks like they're changing the lead right now. No, Gamoudi still has the lead. Ron Clark second place. There goes Billy Mills. Billy Mills pouring on the steam. Billy Mills is really putting it on. Billy Mills has the lead for the United States heading toward the finish line. Billy Mills just and he's really pouring on a burst of speed right now as he crosses the finish line. The final man to finish this men's 10,000-meter event, and a great shout is going up from the stands.
Takayuki Okazaki of Japan. Viktor Kravchenko, USSR. Josef Schmidt of Poland. He's a motor mechanic in Warsaw.
Here's the step, the takeoff, the hop, and it's a long one way out there in that pit. A beautiful, beautiful rollout by Schmidt of Poland at the end of that leap. A very, very fine jump, and he's astonished that Schmidt of Poland coming back again here in Tokyo to repeat as a gold medal winner in the event he captured 4 years ago in Rome.
He releases it now, and up it goes, up and away, a magnificent throw, almost up to the 70 metres mark. A new Olympic record for Klim of Russia. A gold medal for Klim of Russia.
Lane 1, Great Britain. Lane 2, France. Lane 3, Italy. Lane 4, Jamaica. Lane 5, Venezuela. Lane 6, Poland. Lane 7, USA. Lane 8, Soviet Russia.
The starter, Mr. Sasaki, checks his microphone now. It's very quiet as the crowd of spectators seems to sense that records will be broken here today. Begun as the first relay sprints down the track. Russia has the lead and America is second. Italy is in third place as they change batons in the first 100 meters. Zhubov is leading out the second relay for Russia, and the runners are still grouped tightly, running their hardest in the toughest 100 meters they'll ever have to tread. Russia leads. They're going into the third relay with America a close second, and Poland is coming up. Foyk of Poland is pouring it on as the field heads into the fourth and final relay in this men's 400-meter relay final. There they go. They're running, running, running. It's Italy, then France, but here comes Bob Hayes. Hayes and Dujak of Poland. Hayes and Dujak. Hayes is running. Hayes. USA wins. America wins. Hayes won it.
First, USA, in a time of 39 seconds, a new Olympic and a new world record. Second, Poland, 39.3 seconds, a new Olympic record. Third, France, 39.3 seconds, a new Olympic record. Fourth, Jamaica. Fifth, USSR, both new Olympic records. And the sixth and seventh are also inside the old Olympic record. p.m. Sunday, October 18th. Rain. Temperature 13.5 degrees centigrade, 56.3 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity 97%. A northerly wind at 1.8 meters per second. Men's long jump, finals. Hiroomi Yamada of Japan. .16 meters. Igor Teravanesian, USSR. .999 meters. Ralph Boston of the United States. .03 meters. Lynn Davis of Great Britain. .07 meters.
Good, it's over 8 meters. That was the Britain, 22 years old and a rising star. Certainly a wonderful jumping feat from the United States. Combination of Russia with 8 meters, 7 centimeters. A wonderful gold medal winning jump for Great Britain by Lynn Davis. line. Kepler of Poland, Balzer of Germany, Kilburn of Australia, Press of Russia there as well. It's quite impossible from here to say who won. We'll have to wait for the camera to sort them out. Kepler of Poland, Kilburn of Australia, Balzer of Germany, Press of Russia.
Victory ceremony, Olympique protocolaire. Women's 80-meter hurdle final. First, number 78, Balzer, Germany. Second, number 169, Shepla, Poland. Third, number 14, Kilburn, Australia.
The honored winner, Balzer of Germany. A tune for the glory of the United German team will be played, and the Olympic flag of the United German team will be raised.
Gymnastic technique depends upon balance and equilibrium to achieve perfection of visible form. The winners are men's team, Japan, and the individual winner, Yukio Endo of Japan. Women's team, USSR, and the individual winner, Bela Czaslavska of Czechoslovakia. Olympic Village in Meiji Park in the middle of Tokyo, a city of more than 10 million people. Oda Field is located on the western side of the village and covers an area of 16,752 square meters. This is where the athletes train. There are no national boundaries here. Here, people really get along together.
Right now, McGregor, Scholander, and Klein, with Scholander having just a little edge over the other two. The rest of them look like they're almost out of it. It is right now a three-man race right at the box to be turned over, and Don Scholander comes out first. And on his right side is Hans Klein of Germany and Bobby McGregor coming on the USA. Here comes Don Scholander, the USA, Bob McGregor and Klein of Germany. Practically 1, 2, 3, and it's Don Scholander right at the finish line to have it.
The result, the first, lane 5, Scholander, USA, 53.4 seconds. This is the new Olympic Games record.
Already now for the ladies' 100-meter backstroke. This is a field of 8 girls, the best of the world at this event. Most of them all teenagers, and they're all ready to go for this one great moment in Olympic history. A very fine start by all 8 girls. Taking the lead, but just barely, is Kathy Ferguson of the USA. She is moving very nicely. Her timing is perfect. Ginny Duck of the USA in lane number 3 right next to her, as is young Christy Caron of France. Christy Caron, the Olympic record holder at this time. There's the turn, and Christy makes the turn first. But look out, here comes Kathy Ferguson turning the water right next to her. It's Kathy Ferguson now, all the way right there in the middle. Kathy Ferguson moving around very, very nicely. It's Ferguson, Caron, and Dunkel. 1, 2, 3. Ferguson just barely out in front. There's in lane number 5. It's Kathy Ferguson. She'll get there first. Very close. It's Ferguson winning it with Caron second and Ginny Dunkel third. A gold medal and a bronze medal for the USA and a silver medal for France. What a sensational race for these girls here today.
The results. The first, lane 5, Ferguson, USA, 1 minute, 7.7 seconds. This is the new Olympic Games record and new world record.
backstroke flight. There he goes, Bill Craig, swimming. Egon Henniger of Germany coming in very close. The second on that one. Man of the United States to 59.6 in the backstroke. Breaststroke, Bill Craig for the United States coming in the turn. Fred Schmidt waiting on the blocks for Craig to catch up there. And Fred Schmidt is waiting. He's waiting, and there goes Craig. Craig is going to touch right now. There goes Fred Schmidt off the block. Horst Becker of Germany coming in there second. Kevin Barry for Australia in lane number 1, really pouring it on right now. Fred Schmidt going full steam in the butterfly leg of the men's 400-meter medley. Fred Schmidt for the United States. Steve Clark, the anchorman, waiting on the blocks to pick it up for the freestyle event as anchorman. Fred Schmidt really pouring it on here in the butterfly. There's Kevin Barry of Australia in lane number 1. Horst Becker of Germany in lane number 5. Steve Clark waiting on the blocks in lane number 4 for Schmidt. And Schmidt touches, and there goes Steve Clark. And Schmidt had a very good time right there. And this is a freestyle event. Steve Clark, the anchorman for the United States team, really pouring it on. Steve Clark swimming. Steve Clark with a beautiful turn and really going in there mid-pool. Really crashing away at the water with a fantastic kick. There goes Steve Clark. This is going to be a fantastic time, ladies and gentlemen. Look at him go. Steve Clark for the United States. Hans Klein of Germany is coming up. Steve Clark's going to touch. And there he goes.
Lane 4, USA. 3 minutes 58.4 seconds. This is a new world record and new Olympic Games record.
Netherlands. Lane 3, Lay, Canada. Lane 4, Fraser, Australia. Lane 5, Stauder, USA. Lane 6, Bell, Australia. Lane 7, Modorat, Hungary. And lane
8. Beautiful start. Right away, Don Fraser pulls out in front, lane number 4. Threatened by Sharon Snowder immediately on her left. And Kathy Ellis in lane number 1 is turning well. That is Don Fraser of Australia on the turn and leading Sharon Snowder in the USA by about a half a foot. Kathy Ellis in the USA threatening in third place. Don Fraser coming on, center field. Don Fraser in lane number 4 coming on. All that determination is paying off for young Don Fraser. She is going to win. Don Fraser.
wrestling champion Osamu Watanabe of Japan meets Kokashvili of the USSR here tonight, this October 14th. Watanabe, the animal in Japan, just picks Kokashvili right up off his feet, throws him back down to the mat there. Watanabe putting on a grand performance, a great Japanese wrestler, coordinated, aggressive, he's determined, and he's got a fine grip. Kokashvili trying desperately to escape this savage attack by Watanabe here at Komozawa Gymnasium. Watanabe possibly putting on a gold medal winning performance. It would be Japan's third gold medal so far in the wrestling events here in the 1964 Olympics. Watanabe undefeated in 167 bouts. It looks like he's going to make it 168 tonight.
And this is the match that all Japan has been waiting for, the final of the Musabetsu, the open division of judo. And in the ring we have, from Japan, Kaminaga, and big Anton Giesink from the Netherlands, the current world champion. He beat Kaminaga here in Tokyo last year to win that world championship, and he has already beaten Kaminaga earlier today in the preliminary round, so he has a big moral advantage as well as a big physical advantage. He's 6'5" tall, Anton Giesink, and Kaminaga is about 5'9", so Giesink has a very big advantage in height and weight and everything. But in judo, this is not important. Skill, balance, perfect coordination of muscles, this is what counts in judo. And he has, he's got him, and the Kezagatami hold there. Now if he can hold this for 30 seconds, he's won. Giesink has got to hold Kaminaga down on the mat now for 30 seconds, he's won. And 10 of those seconds have gone already. Kaminaga trying desperately to break this. He's trying to push Giesink's head up, but Giesink's got his chin well tucked in there. He's not having anything to do with it. And this is where weight and muscle and size do count, and Giesink's using every ounce of muscle to hold Kaminaga down there now. And Kaminaga is desperately struggling. He's heaving himself up. He's thrashing about with his legs, trying to break this hold. 20 seconds gone now. 10 seconds to go, and Giesink has won. And Kaminaga can't break this. There's the red light. 3 seconds. Giesink wins the Olympic championship to add to his world championship. A gold medal for Giesink. Kaminaga once again the runner-up. A silver medal for Kaminaga of Japan. The course for the individual cycle road race covers a distance of 24 kilometers per lap and is located in one of the many hilly areas on the outskirts of Tokyo. The riders cover the course 8 times, a total distance of 194.832 kilometers in a time of just over 4.5 hours at an average speed in excess of 41 kilometers per hour. As fast as a car can cover some of these roads. The weather for the individual horse jumping Grand Prix is cold and misty. The winner is Captain Doriola of France, riding Lutteur. Captain Doriola also won this event 12 years ago at Helsinki.
Rainy afternoon in Tokyo this October 23rd. Hungary and Czechoslovakia meet on the soccer field to see which team is going to win the coveted gold medal. Both teams spiraling around, fencing about in midfield for the ball right now. Hungary has the advantage, and both teams were scoreless after the first half, moving into the second half, and Hungary has the ball again. And, oh, they're upset. Czechoslovakia might gain control here. There's a long kick. Czechoslovakia in control. Hungary now has the ball. It's a goal. It's a goal. Ferenc Benet of Hungary has just scored a goal for his country. Czechoslovakia really pouring on the steam right now, trying to come back and recapture the advantage here in this soccer game between Hungary and Czechoslovakia. The final. There's that. And Hungary wins! Field hockey and bitter rivals India and Pakistan meet for the finals for the 3rd time in Olympic history. 6-time consecutive gold medal winner. India is favored to win again. Both teams putting on a fantastic exhibition here. India with a strong offense and Pakistan with certainly a wonderful defense. Very, very tight. Very difficult for India to overcome. 1-0 the score now as the seconds tick away. Mohinder of India scored the only point thus far. And that's time. That's it. That's the game. India wins. Basketball finals between the United States and the Soviet teams at Yoyogi National Gym Annex. Shoots good. A rebound, a good point. America shoots good. A gold medal for America. Hungary battles Russia in the water polo finals. Soviets fighting for possession of the ball. Hungary wins 5-2, a gold medal. First time in Olympic history, volleyball is listed as an official event here in the Tokyo Games. Finals in the women's event between the USSR and Japan. Japan won the first set 15-11 and the second set 15-8. Teams are now battling in the third of a possible 5-set match to determine who gets a gold medal and who a silver. The Japanese girls have developed a new defense method to overcome the handicap of their small stature. The player throws herself into a roll, she hits the ball, and still lands on her feet. Now in the third set, 8-2 the score in favor of Japan. Anita of Japan serves the ball. The Russian girl set up for a return to Kasai. Kasai gets the ball. She sets up for the return to Honda to the left. She leaps along with Miyamoto. Miyamoto smashes the return over the net. A very good, strong return. Still in the third set, 13-9 the score. Japan's Isobe serves to the Soviet team. There's the return to Kasai. Kasai, the team captain, sets up the return. Matsumoto smashes the ball over the net. (14-9 the score. Japan is still up. Japan has finally got the match point, but Riskol of Russia, their top player, with a great return, and Japan has lost the serve. Russia's Riskol gets set to serve. She's 20 years old. There's the serve by Riskol. Japan's Honda receives. She passes it over to Matsumoto, to Taneda, but she touched the net. She touched the net. Russia gets the point. There's the serve by Riskol. Honda receives. She passes it over to Isobe. Hit the ball, and it's Japan's second match point, 14-10 the score. Matsumoto of Japan getting set to serve at this time. There's the serve. It's a good, strong serve to the Russians mid-court. Rudakova smashes a searing return, and it's the Russian serve. Kamenek sends it sizzling over net. Russia's point, 14-11 the score. The shot of Russia, and Russia now sits only 2 points behind the Japanese team, 14-12. The Soviet team catching up very quickly. 14-12 the score with Japan ahead. Japan receives. There's the setup. And Taneda hits the ball over the net. Bildhauer sets up for Riskol. A wonderful move there by Honda. Isobe smashes. Up she looks. Yeah, it's over net. The Russians get the serve there. Japan has a 14-13 lead. Japan smashes the ball. Russia receives. Riskol of Russia, and Miyamoto returns. There's received back to Japan. Japan now has an opportunity. Isobe is waiting. He is going to possibly get this ball over the net right now. Isobe waits. She smashes the ball over there. It's Japan's 6th match point. Miyamoto of Japan, a southpaw, young left-handed girl. There it is, good, strong over the net to the far court. Russian side down return, and the whistle. The Russian team was over net, and Japan has won a gold medal. Japan has won a gold medal in volleyball competition, the first time in Olympic history.
speed, harmony, and rhythm. These are the elements of beauty in the three water events: canoeing, rowing, and yachting. The official definition of walking: one foot may be lifted only after the other foot is on the ground. To cover 50 kilometers in this fashion is difficult and frustrating. The winner was Abdon Pamic of Italy in a time of 4 hours, 11 minutes and 12.4 seconds, a new Olympic best and a new world best. In every Olympiad, the marathon is the climax. As it was in ancient Olympia, so it is in modern Tokyo. This climactic event is a race of 26 miles, 385 yards, which starts from Tokyo's National Stadium, proceeds through Shinjuku to the far point on the Koshu National Highway, returning thence by the same route. The traffic has been rerouted, the course is empty. But running on concrete pavement is a very different thing from running on a prepared track. The race is about to begin. They are about to run this very great distance of 42.195 kilometers. The present best time of 2 hours, 13 minutes and 55 seconds is credited to the British runner Basil Heatley. The Olympic best is 2 hours, 15 minutes and 16.2 seconds, set by Abebe Bikila of Ethiopia at the Rome Olympics.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is almost unbelievable as the field gets away from the start of the marathon. It is very difficult to tell you who that person is that stumbled down there on the track. We'll have to tell you later on. Right now, the field gets away. 68 runners representing 35 countries as they start to lap out here at National Stadium on the start of the grueling marathon. It's a dull, cloudy sky overhead, a little hot and very humid this afternoon here in Tokyo. And no one, absolutely no one, can forecast the ending of this grueling race. but they're all out there, and it's very difficult to tell who's who. The big ones are there: Kilby, Kimihara, Juliana, Baby, Clark, Dacor, Mills, and the rest of them. And we'll have to keep you up to date as the race progresses.
James Hogan of Ireland. Abebe Bikila of Ethiopia. Hedili Ben Boubaki of Tunisia. Ronald Hill of England. Antonio Ambu of Italy. Josep Soetoe of Hungary. Robert Vag of Australia. Demisie Wolde of Ethiopia. Fukichi Tsuburaya of Japan.
Turn, ladies and gentlemen, it's Abebe Bikila of Ethiopia leading Hogan of Ireland. The distance from the stadium, 20 kilometers, 541 meters, 77 centimeters, and they're on their way. The second group to make the turn, among them Demish of Ethiopia and Ron Clark.
At 15 kilometers, 20 kilometers, 25, 30, 35 and 40 kilometers, stands have been put up with water, cold drinks and sponges for the runners. This is Ronald Clark. He is an accountant in a printing company in Melbourne. This is Raymond Puckett, a carpenter. This is Abraham Holmes, a mechanic.
Tsuburai of Japan is running second with 4 kilometers to go in this marathon race. Tsuburai of Japan running second. Right behind him is Soto of Hungary, then Heatley from England, and Kilby. Coming through with a first in front of at least 75,000 wildly enthusiastic fans. Baby Bikila wearing shoes in the 1964 Olympics. He's going to win it, just as he did in 1960, putting on a fantastic kick for the finish. Baby Bikila of Ethiopia really pouring it on right now. Just look at him go, ladies and gentlemen. Baby Bikila winning the 1964 marathon race in Tokyo. A man who has just undergone an appendicitis operation, a man racing against a tremendous personal physical handicap. The first man to do so in Olympic history, twice in a row. What a finish. Baby Bikila, and he's not even resting, he's not even breathing hard, going through a few exercises here, winning a tremendous race. A 32-year-old guard in Emperor Haile Selassie's palace guards. Baby Bikila. Kokichi Tsuburai of Japan now entering the national stadium. He's in second place. He's followed
10 meters by Ben Heatley of Great Britain. It's Tsuburaya in second place, Heatley of Britain, and Heatley is putting on a kick. 300 meters to go, and there goes Heatley. Heatley has passed Tsuburaya. Heatley has passed Tsuburaya. Heatley running now. Heatley running, Tsuburaya trying very hard. Tsuburaya trying to catch him. Heatley and Tsuburaya with 100 meters to go. Heatley looks over his shoulder and sees Tsuburaya right behind him. Heatley going very, very strong. Heatley winning in second place. What a fantastic effort for second place. What a contest. And there's Tsuburaya in third place. Ben Heatley of Great Britain has just overtaken Fukichi Tsuburaya of Japan to capture second place for his country, a silver medal in the 1964 marathon. And a very disappointed Fukichi Tsuburaya, who came in third for a bronze medal for his country. Nevertheless, a very, very proud effort. Brian Kilby of Great Britain coming in for a very, very fine showing in fourth place. And here's Joseph Suto of Hungary in fifth position in this marathon contest. Right behind him is America's runner, Leonard Edlin. Leonard Edlin coming in for a very, very strong showing for the United States. Van den Drijs of Belgium, Aurel van den Drijs coming in seventh place.
These are men who have run for more than 2 hours. They have run over 42 kilometers. "68 runners started this marathon. 10 failed to finish.
Olympiad. May they display cheerfulness and concord, so that the Olympic torch will be carried on with ever greater eagerness, courage, and honor for the good of humanity throughout the ages.
Exciting closing ceremony in modern Olympic history. The athletes showing a bond of friendship. This is what they have come to Tokyo for. Gone now are the barriers of race, creed, and religion. And the closing ceremonies of the great 64 Olympics leave an impressive mark on the memory of time and the memory of all. It is this true understanding of friendship, everyone, that marks an effort toward world peace and unity. It's hail and farewell and sayonara from Tokyo.
Adiós, nos veremos en México.